poet and a grad student from NYU. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Brother M-Najib, who will be reciting some spoken word.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. Is this the loud mic or is this the other one? Is this better? Can I use multiple mics? Yeah. For the press conference. Al Jazeera. It's my work, actually. How y'all feeling today? Good. This stage will be Ain Jalut, where David rises and Goliath bleeds, where Ruknuddin sees the fall of the Mongol horde, where my tongue becomes my sword and I spit arrows of fire and burn down the fortress of ignorance. This stage will be Wounded Knee, where falsehood is unveiled for the world to see. This stage will be Patrick Henry's platform, where he said, give me liberty or give me time out. This stage will be monitored, recorded, demonized, criminalized, and labeled as death. But this stage is life that slashes through the ashes, that crawls through the concrete. This stage is a new page in history, and the pen is in my hand. They asked me to flip a coin and choose between an illusion and an impossibility. I am no beggar, and you offer no charity. Just a perception of liberty that's like the bread and circus of the Romans. And we all hail an emperor who's not a Republican or a Democrat, but a CEO who puts on death row those who refuse to be clowns, who juggle words or court jesters. Refuse to be TVs on mute or realities molesters, cause I'm a Sufi with a sword, a monk with a machete, and I'm ready to draw a line in the sand. So cross it if you can, commit to liberation from the inner soul's oppression, then outer world's aggression against the dignity of man. They asked me to flip a coin and choose between lies or insanity. I, for one, do not believe in preaching to the choir. Bring me those who will call me lie and reject everything I bring. Let this choir here stand up and sing. Let our voices pluck at the pillars that hold up the heavens like harps in harmony. Make our hearts in harmony. For some say they want change, but are one and the same as the oppressor. Want to shoot down one pharaoh only to replace him with another pharaoh housed within them. About time for an eviction, but they have an addiction to his ways and refuse to spit him out, speaking the same language of corruption and destruction in our language. Our language must be a language of worth, a language of verse that breaks free from their prison, gives life with the rhythm, with tunes sung between the silence of prayer and the rebellion of a word, between rising up to man and bowing to the Lord. Cause I'm a Sufi with a sword, a monk with a machete, and I'm ready to draw a line in the sand. So cross it if you can, commit to liberation from the inner soul's oppression, then outer world's aggression against the dignity of man. I'm a lyrical hitman, sleep with a pen under my pillow, ready to fill in the answer when they ask me to flip a coin and choose between silence or slavery. We say that we want to emancipate our brothers, but a slave chained to his ego can't free others. So I will conduct my own underground railroad, follow the drinking gourd to my Lord to break free from these shackles. They asked me to flip a coin, but when I flipped my coin, I wanted to land right on the side, right on the mark. It's a narrow margin, but who said balance was a walk in the park? We are tightrope walking on the rope of God. No room for clumsiness in our character or speech, lest we fall a 70-year fall. But today we rise, open our eyes, and start a new day. For this is the day that we will clench our fists and pound our chests so loud that we awaken the forgotten dead. For today we wed our fears. Tell the Navajo on their trail to wipe their tears. Tell the Zulu to raise their spears. And together we will march our words. So mark my words, this stage We're behind Jalut, where David rises and Goliath bleeds, where Rukn-Din sees the fall of the Mongol horde, where my tongue becomes my sword and I spit arrows of fire and burn down the fortress of ignorance. This stage will be Wounded Knee, where falsehood is unveiled for the world to see. This stage will be Patrick Henry's platform where he said, give me liberty or give me a bullet to the head. This stage is life. This stage is life that slashes through the ashes, that crawls through the concrete to break free. This stage is a new page in history and the pen is in our hands. Give it up for all the artists who have come out today, man. Everyone who's come up. Give yourself a hand for coming out today. I don't like the second mic. It's getting in the way of my hand motions. I wave my arms around a lot. You need to find a solution. It's all right. Okay. Give it up for Remy. Sport Poets for Palestine. Remy already fulfilled the angry air quota of the day, the angry air requirement. I'm going to try to be a little happier for the rest of the evening. Sometimes I wonder if they think it's strange that I listen for the silence. But it's not the silence I seek. I just want to hear the earth speak, the angels invoke their Lord's name, so I spoke the same and whispered with them. For all I hear around me is this harmony, and I want to resemble the ensemble of submission to God's majesty, live in the echo of the divine symphony. So it's not the silence I seek, it's just that my ears are weak and I want to hear that harmony. And if you don't hear it, then listen with your soul first, your ears will follow. Dive deep into the silence, away from the shallow climb, out of the ordinary, out of the prison of enslaved minds where soul meets divine. And sometimes they ask me, why am I such a quiet person? I heard the world pound at my eardrums like war drums, so I retreat to the shores where silence is my seashell that I place against my ear to hear the seas of paradise, that promised land. The path of the seekers is paved with seduction. Purification is selection between will and denial. So I cast myself into an inward exile, or else become a POW, prisoner of this world. But there will be no white flags, no surrender. Faith in the heart pounds and it sounds like thunder. Sounds like that language without words, that language we all heard, that language we all heard when he said, am I not your Lord? I remember vividly, but forgot amid the noise, the clatter that scattered our hearts and tore us apart. So we must mend to become whole once more. Search within the depths of one's soul, finding strength in humility. Finding strength in night vigils where lifeless hearts are reborn, in lightless rooms given radiance by sincerity. Taste the sweetness of faith through the stillness of night. They will say that this is madness. I say this is the cure for madness. So I will dive deep into the silence and never resurface until I drown in the sound of silence. I will drown in the sound of silence. I will drown in the sound of... Sometimes I feel we lost the art of listening to the silence, and it's really an art to learn how to listen carefully to the silence, because the silence has so many things that you can learn from. So there's a lot to hear in the silence. Just tune in.